What's up? I'm Grizz. Welcome back for episode 7 of Yamada. Kind of closed out, I think, our Runa saga last week, and now we're kind of working towards development again between our main two. Some stuff went down. Yamada seemed a little uncomfortable, kind of left the place, and we got kind of left there. Interested to see where this goes. If you like it, hit the like and subscribe. Do mean a lot to me. Feel free to stick around for the discussion, as well as leave any comments about this episode or series in general, as well as recommend other things for me to watch at some other point. But let's get going with episode 7. Bro opened his eye for 1 second, and all he could feel was her presence right up in his face. Back up, son. This is more his perspective, I think. Relax, brother man. It's gonna be okay. Uh-oh. We're gonna have a run-in with that girl here, aren't we? And he looks up and it's similar. Yeah. Come on, dude. You gotta say something to her. I mean, I know she's just doing her job, but damn. She seems so nice. I'm gonna pass. The bangs to cover her eyes. Also him not noticing eyes on her. And that's the problem. You're staying in your safe space too much. You're finding excuses to reassure yourself the things you're doing are alright. That's the issue. Nobody's even here. Where would they go? Where would they go? Oh. Perfect opportunity to work. With everybody out. Uh-oh. And then you make too much noise. Comes flying out and pops her in the eye. Yep. Damn. They could have made them even, you know? All might have been okay. Why she built like that, dude? Look at her face. He's noticing. Oh. I think this is supposed to be like a supposed to signify something that I can't pick up on right now for some reason. I'll think about it. No. Is it Momo? Who else would it be, right? Unless it's the girl from the convenience store and she just followed him. That'd be weird, especially while she's working. Damn, they sleeping through everything. Alright, stop beeping it. Who are you? Oh, is this her, eggs? Why is he here? Somebody who seems so out of it, he's pretty on it too. I'll take it. Yeah, because she never shows up to fucking class. So sweet. That she was pretty fucking cool and cared a lot. Yeah, she good, bro. That is true. Didn't even think about that. He wanted to see that she had peace of mind in the way that she was being, but never really thought about the way that it could possibly affect her if things still hadn't gone her way, or if she still was kind of messed up and she had to see him afterwards. So I didn't even think about it, but when he opened the door, it reminded me of one of those situations where like the girl sends a snap back to the boyfriend and it's just like some other dude and it's just sorry, she busy love. I should have been something like that. Oh, were you listening on us? I can explain. Oh, the whole time. Yeah, I know. She didn't even, did she even realize? Sorry, that took it out. I still want to know that because I'm not picking up on why he did it either. Was it just curious? He just felt it? Alright. Okay, cool. I thought there would be something a little deeper maybe why he did, but I guess that makes sense. May 9th, that just passed. Well, happy late birthday. But she doesn't go to class, so she can take anything that she wants. I hate the lips so much. I say it every episode, but my god, I hate them. We're gonna work at the same store as that girl. We're gonna get to talking, seeing each other, and shit's gonna fucking go down. There's always something, isn't there? Always something. I'm assuming that's how we end those episodes. Valid, but they also might not take the money. Nice. A group date without Akre, because she doesn't want to be involved. Because she's not interested. Yeah, she's in her own little world. You know, Momo, that's not gonna happen, but... yeah. That's alright. Maybe her standards are a bit out there, you know? I would argue no. And I'd argue that didn't happen in your situation with Yamada either. It's a bit weird when you think about it, yeah. Oh, he'll be all pressed up against the glass. Is it a fly? What is that? Oh, that's him. Ah. How much I owe you? Ah, don't worry about it. On the house. Because we don't want you paying. Ah, alright. You are sentenced to hanging out with me for one day. I think I was right. I think we're hanging out. Is this Rui school? We're supposed to help? Oh, Yamada, okay. Are we going to visit him on like his whatever day? People are trying to get in contact with you. Why are you looking at his phone? Where was his phone that they saw it or heard it? What is wrong with this guy? Whatever, dude. Respectfully. It's pissing me the fuck off. How you just leave it in the open like that? Very careful to grab the other end and not make contact with him. You're distracted. Get better. Yeah, excuses. Yeah. Interesting. So he has this kind of relationship with somebody here. Okay, so basically their compromise with her was to get her involved with this culture festival because they do something here apparently. Sponsor? She's our sponsor? What does that mean? Yep. Maybe I'll give it a shot. You can play too. Akane and Runa could use friends. This is more complicated than before. That'll do it. That'll all do it. But it's the same on the outside. She seems upset. Kinda, yeah. I think you all have similarities, sort of, to your characters. This is a lot more, So a cute episode for sure. I think it sets up a lot of stuff for what we're gonna move the direction of the story a bit more towards. It can kind of give you some insight into maybe where Yamada's at, although I don't think we really change up and learn anything too new from him possibly. But there were some overall cute moments and just some fun, enjoyable stuff that kind of went down, and it was just fun to watch. Definitely not as strong or I guess impactful as maybe the last episode was, but that's alright, as every episode probably can be. And you have to do other things to kind of push the story a bit forward and progress things a bit more. It seems as though we're setting up this entire thing regarding Yamada and something that happened with this girl in his past, who I'm believing this girl in his past was the same girl that he did meet at the convenience store recently, who's been kind of talking to him and trying to get to know him a little bit more. It could be entirely different. It could be somebody else, but I'm believing it's the same person as of right now until I learn a bit more. He seemed pretty scarred about... or has like some sort of trauma regarding the things and what happened with them in the past, which wasn't really much, so I don't know what it really was, but it could be something as simple as, I guess, something like in Dress Up Darling, how Gojo was kind of completely scarred by one encounter he had with this girl when he was younger, who basically said something that he liked was something for like girls, and he's creepy because of that, and his entire life got like messed up because of it in a way, or he thought he was scarred by that, basically, like the trauma that he had from that. So it definitely can just be something very simple, especially at a young age. Certain things like that definitely can stick with you. So I can fully understand that, although I'm not really seeing the reason, or it could just be a reflection on his part from taking it the wrong way and believing in a sense that he was the problem, or that he's not good around girls, and that's why he's always kept himself distant, and that's why he's always not, or told himself that he can't understand things, and you know, just things along those lines, and that's why he kind of boxes himself in and refuses to expand who he really is and try or learn new things, or meet new people and do all this, and he tried and sticks to kind of what he knows because he's afraid that something like that's gonna come up for him again. But I don't really know, because the only thing that happened in that situation regarding the two when they were younger is it appeared she was being bullied, and she just kind of wanted him around to kind of help her through it and be with them as they grow up. And he was just like, I can't do that for you. Like, that's too much of a promise or a commitment, and I can't do that. So I don't really know where this trauma that he's kind of having. Maybe it's because he felt like, now looking back, this is something that he could have prevented, or he could have, you know, made sure she was all right. Or it could relate similarly to the peace of mind thing, similar to when the boyfriend or ex-boyfriend shows up at Akane's to kind of just get a peace of mind, and his idea of dropping like whatever he has to do off and make sure that she's okay, or make sure she's in like a good spot. And it could be something similar to him, where he's kind of thinking back on the idea that if I kind of just stuck out, or if I just lied to her, or if I just agreed to what she said, then I'd kind of know that she's doing okay now. And he just kind of wants that peace of mind to understand maybe she's in a good spot or she's okay right now. But he can't really have that. So he's a bit afraid of getting close to a girl, or getting close to really anybody for that matter, because he doesn't want to see something like that end up happening again, instead of like being okay with it and correcting his mistakes or something. I don't know. It's a little weird to me, where I'm not too sure exactly how he's feeling or why he's feeling that way, but I guess we're gonna just have to wait and see. But that's all gonna end up coming together as Akane appears to be getting a job now, a part-time job at a convenience store. And while they set it up specifically because she said that she needed money to help out and pay for the stuff that they did to revamp her computer in a way so that she could continue to play the game and everything with them, since it broke and they weren't really able to fix it too much, I'm assuming she just needs money for other things too. So I'm assuming she's gonna keep the job, unless like she literally doesn't get it now because they're like, oh, you don't need to pay us for anything. Anyways, I'm assuming this is the same exact convenience store that this other girl works at, who we are also under the impression was the same girl Yamada had a connection with in the past. So I'm assuming through connections of the two, they're going to end up meeting each other, and they're going to end up talking, and something's going to happen, and we learn a little bit about them, or something's going to come back. And once she kind of brings up Yamada's name, or Yamada's going to come in one day and she's going to just say his name when she sees him, and it's going to flood everything back to this girl, and it's going to come all right back to her. And I don't know, some bad stuff could go down, or some good stuff, or we could create some sort of thing where they try and push like a triangle type thing. I don't know. Some interesting Yamada moments too, specifically him removing the hair clip, and me thinking at least initially that it had some other meaning to it, but it really didn't, it seems like, and he seems like he wasn't too certain with it. And I'm still not sure if maybe there was something underlying as to exactly what was going on, but it seems as though he just kind of felt like doing it, or he just wanted to for whatever reason, and that was his instinct, was to do it, and he did it. And I don't know, I mean, it made for a cute moment, but it was, I don't know exactly maybe the reasoning. And then him kind of taking on the ex-boyfriend and talking to him instead of, you know, going to get Akane right away and trying to make her do it. And also him questioning him in a way, while the idea that he just wanted peace of mind to make sure that she was okay, and, you know, things were good, or she was fine after the breakup and everything kind of was all right. The idea that maybe he didn't stop to think maybe she wouldn't be okay with his presence, or with him showing back up, and that could cause more harm to her. Or if she wasn't completely over things, it could be even worse, because now he's back like around, and she might start getting the wrong idea, or other things might coming up in her head. So the idea that he did present this to him, and I don't know, just some of the approaches Yamada takes has been good and interesting, but some of them have been very confusing as to why he can't pick up on things. So I don't know. He's definitely interesting. I think he has a bit more going for him than your standard like boring, dense MC. Like at a first glance, he's that way at least. But I think he has a little bit more going for him, but we still need to kind of learn a bit more and put some more things together. He just seems like somebody who's kind of afraid of a lot of stuff and doesn't really want to challenge himself or put himself out there for that. Lastly, we learn about the culture festival at his school, it appears, and they're having some sort of thing go on with their guild, and Akane is the sponsor, and all of them are going to be involved some sort of way, and apparently they do this every year. I don't really understand, but we're about to find out more, I guess. I don't know what any of that's supposed to mean, or what they're going to be doing when they're there. Also, I never even thought about it. She's 20 and he's in high school still, so unless he's like 18 senior type thing, it's a little still weird. I mean, it's still even weird that way, but I don't know. I just never really even thought about it, but I don't really care that much. So I guess interested to see where that goes. He also has this girl though in his class who watches his streams and kind of critiques him and pays attention to stuff he says, or maybe takes things serious. So she starts asking about the other game that he's playing and everything else that's going on, and she wants him to kind of focus on his like certain stuff that he does. So she seems to be rooting for him like in the background, or maybe they are just friends, but they're very similar in a way in the way that they communicate. I don't know what their relationship is, but I'm interested to see, and I would like to maybe get her involved more, just so that we can get Akane and Runa some friends and create even more fun with everybody involved in the guild. And plus it gives Yamada probably somebody else to really get along with and talk to at school. I'm just doing something regarding her, and something else that's going to be regarding the girl at the convenience store are all going to kind of come together prior to the ending of the season, and those are going to be two of our primary focuses for the next few episodes, I'm guessing, and we're going to let all those conflicts kind of come about. It was a fun one. If you liked it all, hit the like and subscribe. Do mean a lot to me. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. My enemy listable things are in the description. Check out the other videos on the channel. Leave any comments about this episode or the series in general, as well as recommend other things for me to watch at some other point. I'll be back for episode 8 next week, though. You guys have a good one. See ya.